The next bill is Senate Bill 389, Parental Consent for Blood Donations. Representative Baker, do you have just talk about the PCS? Catherine Moore is here from the Board of Nursing, so I think it would be okay to let her do that if you just want to make a motion to have the PCS heard.
Okay.
So moved. Ms. Moore and Senator Mayfield. Senator Mayfield, if Ms. Moore could speak to the PCS first. You all can stand there together, but just let her speak first, so since we need to just make sure everybody. The PCS was sent out, but for those that have not heard it, if you could just talk about that, Catherine.
Good morning, Catherine Moore. I'm a legislative liaison for the North Carolina Board of Nursing. I'm just speaking to Section 2 of the PCS that went out. And it's to make clarifying technical and clarifying changes to Section 4.3 of Session Law 2023-14 as it relates to the midwifery statutes only. And this is to provide clarity for the rulemaking process as rules are drafted for that process. It clarifies that the joint subcommittee referenced in General Statute 90-18.2 includes the 4 additional members that are currently by law part of the Midwifery Joint Committee. This includes 2 certified nurse midwives and 2 obstetricians who have a working practice or have practiced with certified nurse midwives. It also clarifies the rulemaking authority of the Midwifery Joint Committee and just provides that clarity around the definitions so that proper rulemaking can take place.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Senator Mayfield.
Thank you and good morning. I will speak to the first part of the bill, which is the original bill that came over. This bill is the result of a tragic accident in which a young man died after donating blood. He had a heart condition, donated blood without his parents knowing about it, and later passed out, hit his head, and died. And his parents, who used to be constituents of Senator Heiss's and are now constituents of mine, have been asking for this change since his death. And again, it just requires parental consent for 16 and 17-year-olds to donate blood. I worked with the Red Cross on this, and they say that most schools already require parental consent for donating blood anyway. So they did not have. There was no opposition to this proposal.
Thank you, Senator Mayfield. Representative Belt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I was just, that was my question, because what 16 and 17-year-olds and in schools and being able to. I know when I gave blood as an adult, suddenly I almost passed out, and I was lucky that a volunteer was there to ease me onto the cot. And so I know that it is across the country. It's hard. We have a shortage of blood and people giving blood. So what you were telling me is that the Red Cross is fine with this, and they don't see any problem in trying to make it a little bit more difficult for people to give blood.
That is correct. Yes, we were very specific with that for the reasons you cite. We did not want to create a huge barrier to people giving blood, but again, they say that a lot of schools already require this, so they did not have any concerns about it.
Okay,
thank you.
Representative Shepherd.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Would this also apply to plasma as well, or is that a different situation?
Senator Mayfield.
I think this is just giving blood. So this is designed for situations, blood drives in schools, and I don't think they do plasma donations at schools. So.
Seeing no further questions, Representative Baker, you're recognized. Oh, I'm sorry, Representative Lambeth.
I don't want to prolong this because I think this is a good bill, but I did want to tell you a little bit about the rest of the story. And I do not know this family, but Senator Heiss shared this with me. I'm just going to read this to you. The student had health problems since infancy and had been advised by his doctors to avoid many activities that most teens considered normal. Despite these limitations, the student was able to play football as a kicker during some of his high school career, where he notably kicked a 23-yard game-winning field goal in a playoff game, amongst other accomplishments. You know, we struggle sometimes with many of the issues we deal with, but this was a real tragic situation for this young man to have lost his life. And I think we should thank you for bringing this bill forward, as well as the family who's gone through this tragic loss, but also to celebrate this young man who had made a disability or certainly a handicap to be as normal as he possibly could be. So I'd make the motion that we approve this and move it to the next level.
Thank you, Representative Lambeth. Representative Lambeth moves for a favorable report to PCS Senate Bill 389, unfavorable to the original bill with a serial referral to House Rules. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, no. The motion is approved. Thank you so much, Senator Mayfield. We appreciate you being here. Thank you, Ms. Moore, for coming from the Board of Nursing. We appreciate you always for your support.